Okay.
Live.
I wish there's a way we could. I wish you could open another app, another phone.
Oh dear, network.
You can just check it.
Okay. Can you guys speak up? Let me hear your voice. Anyone?
Hello.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good
It's
morning.
not sounding.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah.
I think that thing is charging. It's blinking. Pass me the power bank, please. Can you check the bag, the blue bag, for the pack of the system? Yeah, that's the cable at the side. No. That will be able to last 3 weeks. I don't know. So let me put it off and on.
I don't know how to keep up. Should I pause the live?
Collier,
Huh?
share your music, share your life.
No. Alex has gone. Oh, the live. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Sorry, guys. We are having some technical issues. We'll start now. Can I hear you, ladies, again? Alex has dropped off.
Hello, yeah.
Hello.
Technical. Once again, please.
Hi, how about now?
Okay, we are good to go. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning from wherever you are listening to us. We must apologize for the few minutes delay. It's, as we say, due to technical issues here and there. Please pardon us. You're welcome. This is the Vintage Talkshow with the Faj and friends. Wherever you're listening or watching us, thank you for joining us. I'm your host. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Faj. And I'm blessed this morning. I'm surrounded by the flowers of God's garden. It's nice to have this morning. Esife has gone digital this morning. She's not in the studio with me, but she's here. Good morning, Esife.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning, Lagos. Welcome to another lovely show of our Dare program. Stay with us as we give you beautiful, sweet moments.
Beautiful, sweet moments. Esife is always bringing those things out. Hey, thank you. And she's here as usual. Good morning, Omolara Famuyiwa. You're with us. Good morning this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful edition of the Vintage Talk Show. I hope the rain is not affecting you over there.
Okay, and we hope the rain will not affect you through the electronic device. Yes. And the big guy has shown up at last. You probably will have forgotten the name because it's been asked for quite some time. But it's nice to have with us analyst and co-anchor, Alex Ogundadegbe. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be back on the Vintage Talk Show on Top FM 90.9. And I'm sure we're going to have a great time, even though I've been absent for some time, but it's great to be back.
Thank you and welcome. Um, let's kick off. Well, we'll spend some time. Let's kick off with the quote for the week. And it says, if only your tool, if your only tool, I beg your pardon, if your only tool is a hammer, you will see every problem as a nail.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is indeed true. If all you have is hammer, is to, is to knock everything. Oh my, Alex, may our only to not be hammer.
Kind of reminds you of what's going on in the Senate with Natasha and, the gavel in the hands
The
of the
gavel,
Senate
all they know is
president.
to strike the gavel. Gavel is true. All they know is to strike it back. Other sustained. You know, I think those guys are it looks like a comedy of errors and all that.
Yeah.
But they need to get serious. There are more important things to do than locking doors, fighting over chairs, and such inanities. Anyway, you remember now. Oh, if only the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem you see is like you want to knock it down, knock it down. No subtlety, no argument, no discussion, no bah, 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 straight. Mm. Alex said, Akpabio should listen to this and learn from that. Anyway, okay, we're back. Fact checking. Let's quickly do that before we go into entertainment news. Fact checking. We have what we call a knowledge booster. You might have heard or read stuff like. Well, I mean, you guys, I want to ask each of you if you heard this, because we used to hear this when we were very young, and they said, "Did you know that swallowing seeds makes plants grow in your stomach?" There is another. Don't eat kidney with pawpaw. Don't eat the seeds with this. Don't eat the seed with that. That you will grow in your belly. And you be scared. Say, yeah, I've swallowed one. The fact checker say it is false. The stomach acid destroys seeds, so plants
Yeah.
cannot grow inside human. I saw one piece of video that was talking to the younger one, and he said, do you know that this thing you are eating, the seed you've eaten now, it will grow in your belly? The guy said, the young guy, 8 year old, said, no, it can't grow. There's no sunlight in the belly. There's no sunlight in the belly.
That's a
I don't
good
know,
one.
Alex, did you hear this thing when you were young?
Yeah, I did. And we actually believed it to a point, you know.
Okay, what
I
about
didn't see
the
anything
millennials?
as well.
Okay, the millennials don't know anything about that. What about Molara?
Okay, I actually heard about that. In fact, one of the one I feared most was the one of the pawpaw seed. That if you step on the pawpaw seed, it will enter your foot and this and that. Oh, my grandmother didn't do well.
I didn't see that as well.
Okay, okay. Different strokes. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Um, let's move on. What do we have for you today? We have Nigerian entertainment news, cover headline reviews. We get there. Niger trend, that's trending Nigerian stories, and let's rewind, in which has been like a record, you know. So what happened? What struck out for you during the week? We like to ask Alex while you are away. We always ask our friends here what struck them during the week. What came out, pointedly, something strong that made an impression on them during the week. Just one item, briefly. Anyone?
Well, mine might be a bit old because I've been away, but it's trended. It didn't happen here in Nigeria, away in the US. The killing of Charlie Kirk.
Oh yeah.
There was a debate
Oh, yeah.
over
Mm,
whether he's racist, whether he's not racist, and all that.
mm.
And funny enough, it spilled into the social media in Nigeria, and the
Oh,
debates. It was so interesting. The different angles. But what I think we can learn from it is we need to learn to discuss issues. Different parties, different ethnic groups. There's this issue of ethnicity and stereotyping that's overtaking our social media. And people are fighting over issues that we can readily discuss and resolve easily. So that has really been an issue for me this past week.
Okay, before I go to the ladies, the big man has joined us. Welcome to the party. Good morning, Tokunbo, Ojekunle. Yeah, good.
Good,
I hope
good
you're
morning,
good this
Faj.
morning.
Good morning, Faj. Yes, we thank God. Good morning, everybody. Alex, nice to see you. Good morning.
Mr. T, you're
Uh,
welcome, sir.
yeah, and the faces, lovely faces this morning, looking bright and gay. I'm happy to see all of you too. I'm happy. Yeah, Faj, apologies. The coach was slow in coming to pick me, so here we are.
Yeah, apologies accepted. Who, why we not go accept them? What you we want chopstick, you know? Okay, ladies, anything strike out for you this morning?
Yes, say writing exams on behalf of someone that was in Taraba State is very,
Oh,
very wrong. It shows that we have poor choices when it comes to deciding who is going to be in our offices. And we need to something that needs to be looked into. If there are people that are not capable, I think it's time we need to start removing them. So that those that are competent can come in and take over these offices because we need people that are accountable, we need people that are transparent into our systems.
so is it that those who standing for them to do the exam who's also starting to collect money on their behalf or their salaries and they,
I
and they be
guess so.
starting
I'm
to do
sure
the
that
job
they'll
for
be
them?
paid to do that.
Oh
I'm
my,
sure
oh
that
my,
the
oh
was
my.
paid.
Nigeria, we must find ways to show our baddies, our badness. Omolara, what about you? Briefly.
Okay, what stood out
If
for
nothing.
me is the false allegation of a thing. There was a lady and rude boy saga over the week. Came under a
I saw
press.
that.
He had to
I
say
saw that.
so many things. Like, why would you? Because you have a phone and a mobile data, you just peel out things you don't even you are not sure about, things you don't have evidence about. And now rude boy is coming back at hand. So many people are supporting him. Is so not funny. It's not funny.
Yeah, I saw the Twitter thing, and they were insinuating that she's fled the country and left her family and all that. And it's I don't know. Maybe we'll quickly talk about this. This is becoming a global phenomenon, especially amongst footballers and uh, musicians. People make allegations, rape allegations against them, because they too will not stop going to nightclubs and all these dingy places. So they make allegations against them. Then they will go into LAM. They will jail them, sentence them to some years or some whatever. And then a year or two down the line, they realize that the allegations were false, and nothing happens to the so-called victim, and no, there's no prosecution. I believe the severity given to the alleged rapist should also be uh, should not be vested on the so-called victims if they are proven to be false. If the allegations are false, they should deal with it. They should just not let pepper over it and let it go like that. You ruin people's lives. The last time we saw was Alves. The guy lost his job, lost his contract, lost his wife, lost his home, lost all the endorsement. They cancelled on him, and about 2 years after, you now say, "Oh, the allegations was actually false, questionable evidence is not right, this and that and that." So he's free to go. Go where? You've ruined him. You've ruined him. Yeah, he even had to pay for the legal fees of the victim. You know, it's punishing. It is unfair. It's unfair, terribly unfair. Anyway, uh, let's take a break. And it's before we get annoyed too much. This man says, uh, uh, I'm looking for the one that will fit my temperament now because I'm angry. You know, I'm angry. I'm angry. Okay, let's do lax and whiskey. Say ginger. Maybe that will calm us down this morning. You know, we'll take a short break and come back. You know.
Yeah.
You know, are we off, right? Music,
Huh?
music is on, right? Okay.
Yes.
I, you
Yeah.
know, when I came in, I caught Alex saying something about the habits on the social platforms, and I thought that we could, you see, because that's it. That's the fact. Because people do not understand as yet the philosophy behind the use of the equipment or instruments we have in our hands. They do not know. It begins from the fact that you see a toy, so you are growing up, your father buys you a toy, and you begin to play around with it, not knowing that the toy has different functions. And suddenly you sleep and wake up and you say, wow, this is good. So I can use this for this and this and this. I think the exposure is too loud, and we got it. We got those things in our palms without really understanding the philosophy or psychology of these things, and it worries me a lot. Although in some areas the social media platform has helped in a way. I was online recently and I was reading a story about some big. I'm not going to mention names, big officer, big man in a company, I think owned by government. I can't remember precisely. He was being accused of having forged his documents. I'm not talking about the certificates of qualification papers. I am talking about his age.
Mm.
He had to go to the extent of going to court to to declare an affidavit, right? That he
Yeah.
is no longer so years, is now so years because he was giving back to and I sat down all because your age is ahead of them and you do not want to be retired on time. And I'm
Wow.
saying that man isn't a toddler, he's not a teenager. At the time he did it was probably in his probably 30s, early mid 30s. He had projected, said, Team Ashura, this 60 mark, catch me up here. And then I'll be one of the first two or three to be let off. So he just did that. And we're asking him, how did you do? No answer, nothing. And it worries me. And I hear it also happens in established government parastatals. Yes. You force your age. You go back and declare that you are no longer 18. When you did it, you was at 15 or something. You cut 3 years of your age.
Mm.
I
Okay,
think
we're
such
going back.
things. Okay.
Ginger.
You're welcome back. We're on the Vintage Talk Show on Top Radio 90.9 FM. We are moving on to entertainment news. I didn't add my own something interesting for the week. Is the preparation for the October 1st of October Independence Day, and the federal government, give it a theme. They say they have a theme. It's now the theme is all hands on deck for a greater nation. Nigeria at 65. Well, and I was wondering where our hands, where were they before? Our hands, where were they before? We've been working hard and doing all sorts of things and get this nation going. It is those leaders that are concocting all these things that are pulling us down. And they say all hands on deck. So do what? To beat you or to lift you up. Oh my. Anyway, we'll talk more about the Nigeria trends. And just as you bring that up, ladies, let's start with I think we'll do first come, first served. The first person is Osifowora. So we'll start with you. Osifowora, I've been telling you because your stories are quite interesting. So we'll be picking and choosing. Are you ready to start?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Uche Ogbodo on body image and mental health. Actress Uche Ogbodo has opened up about her decision to undergo body enhancement surgery. In an interview with Saturday Beat, the mother of three said her post-pregnancy body left her insecure, affecting her mental health. She explained that surgery helped restore her confidence and emotional balance. Ogbodo said she chose to be transparent to encourage women facing similar struggles, stressing that public figures should be honest about such decisions.
It's risky.
Amora is a mother, so she's the one that will lead this discussion.
Anyway, our body, our choice anyway, but it can be so depressing at times. That moment can be so depressing, and you find it difficult to snap back immediately after delivery. You need so many people that love you around you to motivate you. It's not easy for most people.
Women are
If I may ask, are there no methods that can be adopted that will not make a person go under the knife? I mean, in other words, are there therapy or exercises that a lady who's given birth can undertake that will help restore her body to, at least almost as it was before?
Yeah, there are exercises and some change of eating habits too. But it takes dedication, and it's not you won't see the work in 1 week or 1 month. You have to be consistent with it, which some ladies might not be patient to go through.
I don't know
When
if
they give birth
you
in 1 month and they want to snap
understand
back
what I'm
immediately, which
trying to
is
say.
possible.
I think one of the best
Yeah.
tools which a lot of people run away from is fasting. Even at worst, intermittent fasting. Some people think it's only religious routine or religious code. That's when they fast. When you can fast. You can do water fast. You can do fast. You can do all sorts of fasting. It will narrow the. But you see, I respect women a lot. I don't know. I've always had this belief that if they switch roles with men and we carry pregnancy once, that's the end of that.
Fudge, don't go there. Don't go there. Fudge, don't go there.
That's the end.
It's better imagined, really. And scary too. And scary too. But you know something. I think we got it wrong. Look, let's go back to the days of yore, slightly behind now, when wives give birth. Either the mother-in-law or her mother will come in to see her every day. Some will even sleep with them. there's something they do to the body. You will hear your wife screaming from the bathroom. You don't know what the mother is doing.
Yes,
They do the massage is so heavy. And at times, they bring in some herbs for them to take, like medicinal stuff. And a doctor once told me, he said, look, the care of the body and the shape it takes after pregnancy depends on what you do immediately after putting it to bed. The things you have to avoid, just as the eating structure that she talked earlier about. And I also believe that you have to be deliberately, if they can say intentional to an extent, about your looks at that point. You have to be very, very, you ginger yourself towards doing something about the body. Because if you lose it, it affects your psyche, and lack of confidence sets in. But what you do when you put to bed matters a lot. The body has to be rebuilt, remolded, reformed. It's tough. It's really tough. But when you try to do it now, you have to get through what they do. But for me, it's risky. And I know, just as Alex said earlier, it looks to me as a risk when you have to put your body online for surgical stuff. It's really, really, really risky. I have to think about it.
Okay. Alex is back with us. As if you have slight changes to our schedule, I want to mix it up now. I want to do Molara too, and so that we can, because the way we talk on entertainment news, it can take an hour as we are going. So let's make it as possible. Okay. So Molara, let's take your first story.
KSA at 79, tributes pour in. The Performing Musician Association of Nigeria and the Actors Guild of Nigeria have celebrated Juju legend King Sunny Ade as he turns 79. P-Man's Pretty Okafor described him as a living legend whose music has promoted peace and unity, while AGN's Abubakar Yakub hailed him as an African ambassador whose tune transcend generations. KSA, the first Nigerian Grammy nominee in 1983, has won multiple honors, including induction into the Hard Rock Cafe and Eddie's Hall of Fame.
Wow. KSA is September 22.
Yes.
If the king is listening to us, go and check my article on today. It's also celebrating him. I said KSA at 79, the twilight of genius. The man is. I don't want to start reading that one this morning, but the man is essential. What worries me is okay. I'll keep it for another day. It's about this Eddie's Hall of Fame. I'll keep it for another day. On behalf of the crew, cast, and headies of Vintage Talkshow, we say congratulations to King Sunny Ade for striking another thing. And at least they don't write stuff about him where we have to debunk and say, except the kidnap issue the other day and all that. Okay. Let's move on. Isife, your Igwe story.
Don Igwe sparks debate on marriage and business. Singer Don Igwe has stirred controversy with his views on men supporting their wives financially. Speaking on a podcast, he warned that many men face problems after setting up businesses for their partners. He also shared a DNA story of a 50-year marriage where the husband discovered only the last child was his. Igwe further argued that married women who keep their maiden names are not truly married. His comments have triggered heated reactions online.
I know,
Oh my
before you
God.
start laughing, I know that Alex will have very strong opinion about this one. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Well, all I can say really is different strokes for different folks, especially this
Yeah.
aspect of keeping your father's name. I actually had a debate with a lady online over it. She was saying in case you have to separate, and I was asking her, do you go into that arrangement with the view of separating?
With simplicity in
You know?
mind. Wow. Wow. That's a very tenuous, I mean, a very, very inappropriate response, answer or sentiment I've heard. You know,
Yeah.
you go to secondary school, you now say, please buy form for, I'm going to Igbobi College, please buy form for Gaskia College in case I don't make form one, in case I don't pass from one. Yeah,
Stand by. Stand by.
yeah.
I think
Omola,
I've seen a lady tell me once, she shared this with me and said that I asked her why you this and then your wife or her husband's name. He said when she was going to get married, her father called her husband and actually told him that he wants the daughter to keep his name.
name. Wow.
Yeah, it was really
Maybe
shocking to me. I
maybe there were
honestly,
no male heirs in the family. Could that be the issue?
no, actually, she. Mhm.
Okay,
She's a
Mm,
yeah,
okay,
my
she's
my
of
question.
maybe
course a lady.
maybe the
No, not
father
no,
didn't
not
have
not a
any
guy. No,
children.
not a man. Not a man. A woman.
Okay, I want
The
to
father of the
hear from
lady.
Omolara. I want to hear from Omolara and Isife. Omolara is already married, so why did you not take your father's name to your marriage? And Isife has a popular surname. Are you going to carry your father's name to your matrimonial home? Oh yeah, ladies, here, let me hear you.
Oh wow,
Okay.
that's a sharp one. That's a sharp one for a big
For
man.
me, because of my school program, I still answer as my father's name.
Good,
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
and some on some occasion now I answer my husband's name. I could remember way back when we got married and one auntie called me. He said, okay, we had a transaction and she needed to send money into my account. Oh, yeah. He said, oh, I like that, Jare. Just still maintain your father's name because you can't trust this man. I was like, what? A new marriage? Are you saying what to me? He said, you
Then
can't
they'll
trust
come to you that
people.
yeah.
Anything can come up in years to go. I said, I didn't come into this marriage so that I can just take my bag and leave in the next couple of years. Our parents survived it. So why will you be preaching that to me? I think after
Hmm.
that transaction, I didn't really flow with that person again because I don't want that kind of energy around me at
Yeah.
that point.
Okay, let me ask you, Momolara. I mean, you are not a professional school goer. It's not as if you are going to spend the next 20 years going to school. Okay, so which one, as we speak now, which one is your father's name and which one is your husband's name?
Okay, my father's name is Famuyiwa. My husband's name is
Okay,
Olanriwaju.
okay, so you are Momolara family. Okay, so on this show now, they are not in school. Which one will which will be calling you?
You remember there was a time I sent my you requested for a document and I
Yes,
corrected. I said
yes, I saw this something. I was wondering, is it a fake document?
no, no, no.
I
So
was
the
confused.
reason I
I
did
was a little
name as
confused.
well because I'm trying to
Okay.
change my NIN. I've not been through with that, but with other
Mhm.
documentation, court, this thing, my certificates. So I officially am Olanriwaju. But because of my national ID card, which I am yet to change successfully, that I still carry that name once in a while.
Okay.
Wow.
Until
But
we are
can I just
formally
say this,
informed.
Fudge?
Until we are formally
Sorry, in
informed.
broadcasting. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Until we are formally
In
informed,
in
we'll stick to Omolara Famuyiwa until we are
okay.
properly guided before we move to Olanrewaju. Okay? Is that okay with you.
No problem.
I don't want to find them either the dad or the husband. Okay, Mr. T, I was going to say something.
No, growing up in those days, we had some female newscasters and voiceover artists on radio who joined the establishment in their teens, in their 18, 19, 20s, yeah. And they came with their names, their father's name and all that. And when they got married, right, few of them I recall, one actually took time in changing her son name to her husband's name, okay? And then I cannot remember, I think one of few, we started seeing them on TV, NTA particularly, on national television. They would answer their names in compound forms. Yeah, I will also mention it. Well, as I'm speaking now, you will recall them. Yeah,
yes,
blah 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 blah. So yeah. So it became a fad, sort of, and because it grew like that, I know that back in our day, in a particular place where I worked, the general manager then invited this my friend into the office and started asking her, look, they will go stay with one, and then she said, the father is important because that carries all the past she had. All her documents carry that. Now, when you hyphenate the husband's name, that was her response. And I remembered. And the man said, okay, so you want to be called blah, 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 blah. She said, yes. Okay, go ahead and do it. But gradually, we oftentimes, in introducing her, forgot that she was married. So we'll also still go back to her father's name and leave it there. So it wasn't something that was deliberate. I think it became, notorious because of the fact that you already had your father's name, you already have it, and your documents read that in the past. You're coming right to a new situation where your husband's name is now also important because people want to know if you are married. Yeah, and that's another way out of it. It could be. It depends on who is drawing it, on the man, on the woman. Some men don't care. Hey, if you want to take that, take it. If you want to take this, add it to it, and then let's feel free. Some are very, very, very emphatic. Just tell you, no, don't do that. Keep my name. You are married, That's the way I see it. And has always been with me. So when I see people now people who now change in our day and time, yeah, there's something wrong with the marriage. And that's when you know there's an issue. Because they never had that before.
Okay, Mr. T. It's good to have one Agba on the tongue relay. May the elders not be scarce in the land.
I say so, and I say so for Nigeria as well. Oh. I don't understand. I don't understand this one.
Any country that their living citizens are older than is still a young country, so we still have plenty of time. Is it fair? You can't dodge this. I'm waiting for your own reaction.
Okay, as for me, I'm going to keep. I will stick to my husband's name. But if my father still wants me to retain my surname, I can consider and retain it. I think it's a thing of choice. If you want to be with your husband, fine. If you want to stay with your family, it depends on the individual.
Mm-hmm.
Some families might want, they don't want their family name to be tarnished, or they want to retain it for, it could be for whatever reason. So that's how it is.
Okay, so I'll be waiting. I'm sure in a few years I will get an invite, and then we will wait and see, and then we'll come back and talk about it. What changed your mind? Okay.
By the grace of God.
Okay. Steve, let's go to your. Before you get to your Shanku story, that's what we're going to give a Sanku or Shanku or something like that. It's good to have. There's a smiling guest just coming. Well, it's not a guest. Is our legal anchor, the one that tells us stories about the legal implication of what we go through and the social development indicators and all that. It's great to have you this morning, smiling and cheery. We know the reason, but let's welcome Osifowora. Good morning, Bosun.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone in the studio. Uncle T, Mr. Alex. It's been a minute.
Yeah, you're shocked to see him. That's how we are.
Very happy to see him. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Uncle T, morning, sir.
Morning. Morning. Bosun, I don't know.
Morning.
Is there going to be a match today?
Tomorrow, Newcastle.
Okay.
We know where they are smiling today. But God is in control. Amolara, please. I mean, it's quite disturbing that Bosun has met us still on entertainment news, and we have hardly reached half of it. You know, so please, let's be quick. Let's be quick. Esifed, do you want me to read it for you? I'm waiting for Sanku.
No, I don't have Sanko.
I'm the one that
Okay, Omolara, Sanku, please.
Sanku's Lexus controversy deepens. Content creator Finest has defended his role as guarantor in the late comedian Sanku's controversial Lexus purchase. Speaking on TikTok, he revealed Sanku bought the SUV for 25.4 million naira, but had paid only 12.2 million naira before his death in an accident. He dismissed claims he pressured Sanku into returning the car, insisting he merely stood as guarantor, but a close friend of the comedian alleged Sanku was indeed under pressure to swap the Lexus for a cheaper Toyota Venza.
Wow. But really, there will be pressure. I mean, the car is 25.4 million. You could only play 12 million. That will be pressure, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the man has left us. The young man has left us. They should just find a way to settle his what do they call this? Lawyer, what do they call those things you leave behind? The problems you leave behind.
I don't know. No, everybody's going on.
Let's say, like for instance, positive one will be legacies. You know, what would be the
estates or something?
No, maybe like problem. Let's say problem. Since for lack of I don't know. Let's say problem.
And indeed, Faj, it is problem.
Let's say problem. The young man is left. But see, it speaks to we need to pray for our children, you know. He's a young man. I saw his picture. I don't think he's up to 30. I think he's about 20 something, you know. And he died in the same car, a brutal accident. And there's so much pressure for fame, for money, for success, and all that. And they are driven to all kinds of things. So, like we said last week, they went going to drugs, going to this and that, and things happen. And you know, it's so sad. You know, and we just pray that our young ones are able to manage fame and success and then still prolong their lives. You can't swap one for the other. You can't have money and then you have to die early and all. I can have fame and then you have to terminate your life and all. There has to be some kind of level. We'll take a short break and come back and see. I hope we'll be able to finish on time. Inyanya says, applaud this. What about that? Is he applauding?
Applaudissez.
Next time they will say we are old school.
I heard you are now. Who's the one was that?
I'm on Tini. They don't suffer fools badly.
Good morning.
Good morning. I just heard you are, and I knew that the tempo has changed him on the studio end.
One time. My little colleague.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm fine.
Morning, welcome.
That debate you're having about changing surname, I was thinking of another way to go about it, but it may not be very practical. What if you just form your own name? Because
What are you
my
saying?
Akintunde-Johnson is very fine. It's awesome, but it's a compound name, so I can't combine it. Then what if my guy's surname is now
It's also a
like
compound name.
I it's a compound name, but it's not even fine. It doesn't sound fine.
Oh, doesn't have
I
like
don't have
Ah,
Agbede
Mono.
or Agbede, something like that.
ah,
Oh,
that's
that's
all.
Tamilore Agbede.
Oh my
Tamilore
God.
Simono. I'm not gonna do that.
You know what
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna do
Okay, give us an example, Tamilore. Give us an example
You
using
Agbede.
your
don't
name.
give me Agbede.
Agbede.
Oh, but it's not that bad now.
Daddy, I cannot play Tamilore Agbede.
No, boys, Lamidi, Sumonu,
Oh
This Tamilore is just a kid.
Akidu,
my God. I'm telling you.
away, something.
I will not do it. I won't do it. Don't ask me outside.
Well,
Oh,
you did
I
say
wanted to
something when she came in. You said the tempo of the
The
environment will
energy,
change.
the
Yes, we
energy,
change.
the energy she brings.
He has changed it. He has changed it. But what's the legal implication of that? Okay, like you must be in agreement with your husband, and if
yeah,
you have to
you said
roll it
change
by
it
him
because
first.
he will be a fine boy, but if his name not sound like Agbede, he has to change it too. That's going to be
So
one
what
of
if
the
his
Uh-huh.
name is Stone? What if his name is Stone? You don't mind Stone or Bush?
line is
Or
breaking.
Bush.
Bush. No, I can't
Uh-huh.
do Bush either. I didn't get the option.
Someone's name is Bush and he became president though.
Hey, but that's America. You know,
Two of them
they
actually.
make sense, but right here, Bush just means Bush. It really literally just
Translate.
means
When you translate
I
it,
mean,
come home with Bush. What does that mean? What's the interpretation of Bush in language?
I don't even know the Yoruba, but when I
Well,
walk
Eh?
around and I see somebody, it's not this Bush, it's not a name I'm thinking of. It's definitely a way on
but,
the flag I'm thinking of.
but you know,
Bush is
even
Igbo,
those
Igbo.
names, they have
Exactly.
history attached to them. Those names.
Uh-huh.
If you check the background, some of
You
them
have
have
to.
rich history attached.
Most likely, I mean,
Mm.
Agbede, that's a very
Tamilore
noisy
is just
name.
looking for a
But
fancy
I'm
name.
very, yes, I'm very aesthetic based.
like Clarkson,
But
like
no,
like
Tamilore
Clarkson,
That
Johnson
sounds
Clarkson.
Ghanaian.
like
I feel like you have to have Yoruba inside or some native language inside. Even if you want to add English.
if God would not want to punish you, you have to like Ogundadegbe.
I don't mind that one.
Ah,
That one I don't mind.
do you know Alex has to teach me how to pronounce that name?
Do you know? I don't know. I do too much intonation with it. That
Do you
Yes.
know my
does
wife?
But it is
My wife
rich, yeah.
bears
It's very
both
rich.
my names. My wife bears
that
both my
one.
names as her surname. So her name
Alex,
is
what are you
Okay.
doing now?
Alex Ogundadegbe.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Yoruba
that's
Mm.
names.
nice. That's nice. The full
That's
name, that's
lovely.
nice. You can't try that with my own name. I will ask you what's wrong with you.
My wife and all my results and stuff. Whenever I write my name on those forms, you know, we used to have
There's
this
no
form.
space.
There's no space. They'll just
There's
tell
no
me.
Really?
space.
The person
The
initial.
vigilator will look at me. Oh yeah, I better just write the Akin and put stuff.
Oh my
That's
God.
true. Your own name
You
itself
are
is
going back
long.
on there. You are going back on there. Who was the last speaker? Who was the last commentator? Was that Omolara Abi?
Yes, the Jean.
Okay, so is if you are going to touch her.
Am I supposed to be here?
Sacha to attempt Guinness World Record.
Hold on, please. Hold on. I've not
Reality
launched you.
TV. Okay. All right.
Okay, we are back. You will wish you at the back end with what's going on. The banter is something else this morning. And guess who's igniting all? You come to get to know that later. The culprits much later in the show. Next one is Ife.
Sacha to attempt Guinness World Record. Reality TV star Tacha Akide is set to host the first ever Tacha Beauty Festival in Lagos this October. The 3-day event at the John Randall Center will feature a Guinness World Record attempt for the most cosmetic makeovers in 24 hours, targeting 150. Lagos State Tourism Advisor Idris Aregbe said the festival will showcase Nigerian talents and culture to the world, adding that the state is proud to back the initiative.
Well, we wish them luck.
When you say cosmetic makeover, I'm not really clear. How deep is that? Is it makeup or does it have to do with something more substantial?
I think for her, it's makeup, more of makeup.
Makeup. It's makeup.
Doing makeup on other people's faces. She and others, she has a team of people that will do makeup for others. So those would, that means it requires people to register. You want to be the one to be doing makeup, or you want your face to be makeup on. So that's it.
Interesting.
Okay. When you say within 1 hour, I don't know what that means. 1 hour.
24 hours. That's like a day.
A day, 4 hours.
But it's going to be in 150 people. Is it the only one person doing it, or there will be a lot of people doing that? Or is it 150 hours? Which one is it?
It can't be one person. I guess it should be multiple people. It can't be one person. This should be different people, not just one person.
And where's the challenge in that? What's the challenge in that? If it's one person,
some people will do the foundation, then she will now top up for 150 persons. Because I don't understand what she wants to do.
I don't see the challenge, but it's fine. I think Guinness Book of Records.
This Guinness Book of Records, they will soon tear the book.
Because the problem is these are men talking. Women take this thing very seriously.
Hey, apologies.
So
this makeup thing.
They doesn't tear the book.
Just give them. If you want to eat well today, just be careful of what.
I withdraw my statement.
Oh, come on.
Let's have Hilda.
I'm the one for natural beauty.
Let's have it about
I didn't get that. I didn't get that, please.
Jollof rice. Sorry.
Hilda Basi on Jollof Pot's collapse. Chef Hilda Basi has shared the behind-the-scenes drama of a Guinness World Record for the largest pot of jollof rice. She admitted panic when the giant 23,000-liter pot collapsed at the World Jollof Festival in Lagos, but said it turned out a blessing in disguise, making food distribution easier. Basi and her team prepared nearly 8,800 kilograms of jollof rice, drawing global attention to the feat despite the pot's mishap.
Wow.
If you
divide
World Jollof Festival.
If you carelessly divide 8,800 kilos of jollof rice by regular bag of 50 kg, that's like 170 something. 170 over 175 bags, but rice swell. So I think they must have used maybe half of that, to get that kind of size,
Uncle Vibes, can I ask a question, sir? And the question is in Yoruba. Shey rice Gino Dele.
You know what, Bosun? Last time we discussed this thing, I talked about it. I said, I want to test rice here. Who are those people? I asked that question because I'm still a little bit. No, let's go back.
We have problems.
You actually said I did not know.
They gave you free rice. You're asking whether it's done.
From my experience, party rice is normally, harder than normal rice.
Harder, yes. They're not.
So we don't eat it like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fish and all those stuff on top. Is there any protein?
I was going to ask. Was there meat?
So I can imagine how many goats chicken, they will need to make it look.
Cows.
It's just funny. The way we just funny. I think we are exhausted. I think we are okay. We are okay. Okay. Let's do one. I saw this interesting one. God will help us this day. Who has a Yenny story? I think it's Omolara. Can you do Yenny story?
Yes.
Let's make it a wrap up.
Yeni Kuti. My mom stayed celibate 20 years. Yeni Kuti has revealed that her late mother, Remilekun Anikulapo Kuti, remained celibate for 20 years after leaving her marriage to Fela. Speaking in an interview, she said, her mother moved out in 1981 and never took another partner until her death in 2002. Once telling a doctor, Fela is the only man for me. The disclosure follows the release of Remilekun's memoir, Mrs. Kuti, offering a deeper look into her struggles and resilience as Fela's wife.
Before you guys make any comment, I'd like to take a short break for commercial. We'll be back shortly. Something is wrong with your Molara. Mute your microphone. Let's see whether it's your own cackling here. Yeah, I think you are the culprit.
Yeah.
One with Fela's expedition with women, you bet the woman didn't have a choice than to just go away.
Yeah. True.
I guess she didn't plan for any other thing outside him, and when she saw the whole thing, she just went into her shell. It's quite unfortunate.
Makes you wonder what it would be like being married to someone like Fela if you're a lady. My God.
It was big. What I would say in that regard, most of these creatives, this exceptional talent, it comes with their talent comes with a bit of madness,
eccentricity.
Eccentricity. I think that's the word, and coping with them can be very tough. Oh,
okay, we're back, and even while we're at the break, we are still talking Fela and his eccentricities and Remilekun's abstinence. That woman is something else. Though. I tried to interview at least I think I did about two times or three times. I was close to Femi then. He would take me to the house. We would just. Okay, let's talk to mom. She's entering kitchen. I made effort. In the late 80s era, she will not talk. You will not grant interview. She will not do the okay. Give some quotes. You just so since you won't talk, I will now be talking about Nigeria issues, problems of Africanhood. She will now make comments. I'm recording those comments. You dare not. I say, how do you worry? That's why we get some snippets from her. She would not. Wow, she's so like a recluse. So I can imagine.
Wow.
That's, you have been big again all over the place. He's not throwing his whatever. He's all over the place. 27 wives. All over the whole world is not carrying the thing up. The shock also. And the like constant embarrassment,
But I think Uncle Fudge, it's a case of unlike poles attract. She must have seen some tendencies in the man for her to be attracted to him. Because Fela has been eccentric since being a kid. He didn't just wake up to that eccentricity. He's always been a funny person. And I think that must have attracted, but maybe she got enough and just walked away.
And some of Fela's traits, this social justice thing, it seemed to have rubbed off on her, like you were saying earlier. The issues of Nigeria.
Some kind of radical. Well, she's a pure radical, a purist kind of a thing. The problem with, I think, with great permission to, apologies to the ladies in the house. Gentle women, they're always looking for troublesome men. They will look for, you know, men that have thuggish mentality. Is that one that they will put their head to? The one that will give them peace of mind. And then it will happen.
You are right. You are correct. You know why? All this, I won't mention names again. Sorry, today is a day of no mention names. Our very rascally, positively rascally, let me use the word carefully, musicians these days who are in the young breed. You see how the ladies run after them. Even when they hear, of their escapades, they're still running after them. And I'm wondering, but that's the truth. I think you hit it on the head. It's the truth.
Okay.
Even think back. Well, when we were younger, okay, you had friends who would go out, and despite how wayward they were, they pick the best ladies, run after them. And you're sitting down there, you're wondering,
Yeah. I can relate, I can relate,
Think about it.
Bad boys have the best picks. I don't know why God made it like that.
Unlike pose attract.
Unlike pose attract, yeah.
I think it's part of the psychology of the
I'm
female.
having a studio harassment, online harassment. I hope they are not harassing me on social media about those things. People who know your story, they'll be waiting to say, they'll be raising their eyes. God is with us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have spent so much time on entertainment. I thank the ladies. What they brought to us this morning is quite incisive and insightful, and it brought and then the men came out in full number. So we are able to deal with it. Thank you so much, Omolara Famuyiwa Olanrewaju later. And Osifowora Ogundadegbe. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing the story with us. Hope to see you next week by His grace. Okay, we take a short break and come back to Night FM.
Is it fine if I don't read the titles? I can just read.
Yes, yeah. Okay. It's sometimes repetitive.
Do music. Increase the music.
Copyrights.
Okay.
Music.
So Alex, how are you, sir?
Fine, thank you, my brother.
It's been a minute.
It's been quite an age.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a bad boy. I'm not that.
You are not good.
I'm not good.
Uncle Fudge.
Yeah?
I came in a bit late. Yeah. Did you see what's trending? What trended yesterday?
What's that?
The coronation.
Yes.
The artist. And the artist that was called
that
and
boy
the nonsense.
With a laughing or something like that. That boy is mad though.
At that kind of occasion.
I heard that song. That's like a deranged person. With a laughing with a man.
Everybody said he was high.
He was high. Obviously, the dance is not normal.
Who was the artist?
I don't know. He's not even a known artist.
Currency.
Oh, that's Tare Currency.
Yes.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
Was he doing activist singing like he's calling
singing?
The man
No, he's not calling worry. He just
no. He was
madness.
The song didn't fit the occasion.
The occasion, at all.
He must have been drunk or something.
A madness in somebody's.
If everyone queried the choice of the artist,
there's an issue with those artists that are on drugs or drink. Someone told a story once of an artist, I won't mention his name. He was invited to a birthday party and he fell asleep He was so drunk that he fell asleep. So they woke him up when it was time to perform. Guess the song he was singing? Ilelo Lo
What?
Tarara at a
What?
birthday. So, the celebrant now broke down, started weeping.
It's a lie.
It's a true
Voila.
story. I can mention the name of the artist, but I won't.
Oh God.
What?
Yes, he was so
Alex,
drunk.
please, your voice is low. I don't know why it's mic or something.
Okay,
Your voice is
I can hear
let's
you.
see.
you will,
Huh.
but we can't hear him well in the studio.
Oh.
So he was singing Ilelo Lo Tarara at a birthday party.
Wow.
Was he paid his balance?
I don't know.
You should not have it.
You should not.
Oh, God.
Can someone sue an artist for such misperformance?
We should be asking you.
If you like, now who are going to ask Gile?
Jesus Christ.
It's you that you answer, give us answer. Oh,
No, but I think it's time we started doing some things. Like, I mean, this is not. It's not something that should just once you're allowed to slide.
Mm.
When I launch the program, I'm going to go to the events. So, try and sustain the discussion for about 60 seconds or so. Okay.
Or you can just keep playing song.
No. Discussion will cover it. Okay, we are back. This is the Vintage Talk Show with the Fudge and friends, and we are into Niger trends. Oh, I hope you didn't miss the entertainment segment. It was quite interesting and insightful. Today, it's 3 days. Is it 3 days? Yeah, I think 4 days or 3 days to Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. A couple of us here that can maybe speak about the about that date, 1960. One of us here can say it at least. It was around there, I think.
Mm.
Even if he disagrees with it, so you could speak to the Independence Day. But in any case, you can join us. Let's have your comments.
Excuse me, Fudge. Who is the one you're talking about?
I didn't know you are.
You see? That's technology playing games with you. Okay.
I didn't know. I saw your video meeting. I thought you had gone the moment.
Come on.
But as I was saying, we know you. They know themselves. They're good to speak to. So I was going to say you can join us on the call. I already have a caller.
Yeah.
Let's see what he wants to contribute or she wants to contribute. Good morning. Oh, that's dropped. Okay, so remember, you can still join us. We have the line is open. The number is 0913 697 3485. Join us, make your comments as we go into this show, this segment of the show, Niger Trends. 0913 693, I beg your pardon, 0913 697 3485. And it's my pleasure to have with us our studio infantry, lovely, sharp mouth and sharp
flower and God's garden. Because that's what you call it, Sifi and Romola.
Lovely co-commentator and presenter and all that, rolled into one, who happens to be a legal luminary, Abi, a luminary. Great to have you. Moyo. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. That's all I have.
Good morning.
That's okay. Yeah, that's sufficient.
Thank you.
We thank you that they make it short and sharp and no any asperges, as we say. So this morning, what do you have for us? We don't have much time, so we'll probably have to cherry pick So let's start with your first story.
Okay. Businessman Obi Kubana has congratulated Jeremiah Ekoma, the Lagos traffic hawker who went viral in 2022 after giving money to prison inmates, as he graduates from law at Ebonyi State University. Kubana revealed that Ekoma rejected quick cash offers at the time, choosing instead to return to school. In his words, "You chose education. Now you have both education and the money, and more ahead." Fans online also poured in praise, hailing the story as proof that resilience, discipline, and wise choices pay off.
So nice. It's one of those nice feel good stories, you know. He was actually giving prisoners. He was selling some stuff, pure water, biscuits, and all that. And a caravan of prisoners was going on the streets, and they were hungry, and so he gave them water, gave them biscuits, you know, the ones he was selling, you know, and this chap Kubana saw him and wanted to give him money, to appreciate him for what the gesture, and he said no, he would like to go to school, and now he has joined you and Bosun now as a learned colleague.
It's not
It's
yet
a
there. It's not. I've not yet done law school.
He has called. I think he has called.
Oh,
He has been called to the bar so he could serve. I mean,
Jesus.
as a lawyer, is he lawyer? If you have one lawyer in the house, you are good. Two, you are good, as they say.
how are they saying Yoruba? And you know, Sharariro.
You are not a software meter, be.
Yes.
God will forgive you. Okay, let's move on. And then, guys, any comment on this Kubana thing?
No, that's just a fantastic weekend story.
Yeah,
It is.
it is.
It's been
It
a
is.
while
It
we've
is.
seen things like that.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And you know, it kind of punches a hole in the philosophy where they say school na scam. You know,
Although to be honest, he's the one. It is his personality that has made this. He's the one that made this a good thing. There are people that haven't taken this exact path that he has taken. So I guess his good personality pays off.
It just shows you that with
Who's this?
opportunities, people can become anything.
That's it.
There's
That's it.
a lack of opportunity that has actually thrown some people on the other side of the divide.
And it also speaks to the fact that if you have money, it's not just showing off buying this edging on the side of EFCC carrying to court for mutilating cash and all that. You could invest in people's life and see them turn around. You are like a little god in their lives. You are holding them and creating their lives.
You know what Bosu just said now reminded me of a friend who does visitations to correctional points in Lagos. And he was telling me one day, he said, Tokunbo, you've got to pay a visit. And you will meet with the most brilliant set of people you have ever met. Name any topic or discipline, they are ready to speak. They are locked up as prisoners, but they are sharp in the brain. Politics, African issues, state, everything, they are very brilliant. And he left one day, he said he was in tears. He said, what? That's probably half of a quarter of the brains Nigeria would waste eventually. All locked up there.
That's another story.
It just saddens me.
well, you
And
know,
the difference between being showing your prowess at your intelligence, right, and being locked up is slim. If you move with the wrong people, you get that. If you don't have the right culture or parentage care at the beginning of your life, you end up there. Then, if the society itself is loaded with corrupt vices and all that, you end up there because they will need you to do things. They pay you as area boys, and those area boys, big in the fantastic brains. They stand on their feet and they are calculating for you. They are actually calculating 10% or 3% is this. Yeah, when you meet with them, you will be shocked. Somebody said that's street sense.
Yeah. We call it native intelligence. Okay.
Native, bro.
Next story, please.
Okay. NDLEA boss Buba Marwa has raised the alarm that drug abuse among young Nigerians poses one of the gravest threats to the nation's future. Speaking at an anti-drug football campaign in Abuja, Marwa warned that substances like cannabis, tramadol, and meth are wrecking homes, fueling crime, and destroying potential. He urged youth to embrace discipline, teamwork, and resilience, the same values that drive success in football, and to say no to drugs, yes to their dreams. Marwa pledged NDLEA's commitment to prevention, rehabilitation, and stronger partnerships to protect Nigeria's next generation. This is what we were just talking about now.
This thing, God will help this country. I don't know how much effort the government needs to make, but they need to make a whole lot of effort. This drug thing, it's no longer funny. It's actually costing home. I can speak for where I live and the abuse of substance amongst young persons. I'm talking from age 13 up to 30. Yes, I speak with all sense of responsibility. It's a pandemic, and the effort against it is not enough. It's literally everywhere, and the number of people who take drug increases on a daily. I'm talking male, female. It's a serious thing. And those selling it are almost around every corner. And nothing has been done. Sometimes NDLA will come, pick some. The next day they are back on the street and all that. And the most productive age is the one that is being affected by this drug usage. You find that age 15 to 30 is the most creative mind you can have. And if it's corrupted by drug intake, then you have lost a generation. It's very sad. It's a very sad thing I've seen. And now, growing up, we knew just maybe Indian hemp, cannabis, and cocaine. Now you have variants, a billion variants of these things that affects these children, and it's horrible. I just pray there's some intervention, physical, divine, and governmental, that is enough to actually stem this thing. But it's horrible, and it's eating deep into the society.
You know something. I don't know if you came across a story online. One gentleman, I call him gentleman, being careful now. He had gone to he got a station wagon or jeep and painted it in the army colors, and actually wrote army on it or something. He got plating, the army plating, that plate number, he put it there, and actually was traveling, moving over from one place to the other, and the police caught him, the military caught him. When they checked the car, he kept on saying he had ID card to show, by the way, to identify himself. And when they got to search, they found out that I don't know how to estimate it. The van was filled up with cannabis. They caught him. I read that story a few days ago online. And they actually showed, if you saw that van, you would know that, okay, this is a military vehicle. All topic green, everything painted right. What we are missing is this. America and some other top nations are blocking the routes of these things into their country, into their nations. Do you notice? Now, somebody says, and I believe this story, that those who deal in it really are going to look for softer landing to sell their wares. And the softer landing are the nations that care less about the roots and movement of these things into their countries. So it's getting scarier. It's getting very worrisome. And everybody's lost it. The family structures have been defeated over time. Oh, think about that. Oh, yeah. Go by the days where you come in, your mother is checking through your bag. You are sleeping. Before you wake up, they are going to identify 2 books that don't belong to you in your bag. your school bag, and they are waking you up. Who is let me see something? Who is Jide Kinikon? Whose books are this? And you are just waking up. You will be stammering to even answer the question. So everybody, yeah, it's the truth. And then there was a particular time, I remember, a young man went around and trying to tell parents what to watch out for in their children when their children are really going into these things. These are the signs, these are the symptoms, you understand? And all of a sudden, I didn't hear about that guy anymore. But he was helping parents to identify. Do you know that a woman actually owned up, fairly old woman, owned up that she didn't realize that her son was into alcohol. And the question there was, I mean, that you can't perceive it or what? She said he buys a lot of perfumes. She just noticed that the guy was always having perfumes around. And somebody said, no, if you have nose for these things, under the perceived thing, you can see a beer, you can see smell it. But the woman doesn't know. But our government should begin to lock up the borders and see these things coming. These things, look, do we manufacture all these methods here? Maybe, maybe not. No. But most of the time, they're actually couriered into the country. We have to do something from the border end. Yeah. We have to do something. And Baba Marwa, with respect to him, would know a lot. You remember that he's probably the longest serving person in the military that actually started off with this NDLA stuff. So for what he's saying now, he knows what he's saying. But I'm ashamed.
Okay.
How many years ago that Baba Marwa started? We are 2035 now. The system still, contributes to these things, and the issue still persists.
The agency the NDLA is not enough to fight this. We need a holistic fight, And someone did an analysis they say for every courier or every cartel that they quash, there are others that are escaping. And that's the truth. You have these things on our streets. When you go around Lagos, you see youths on every street corner ingesting these things. I was on my way back from church one day. I saw a youth walking on the street, fighting. He was punching and shouting as if he was fighting someone. And people were looking at him from afar, and someone said, this guy has taken this thing. So it's all over. So we need all agencies, church and mosque, school, family, everybody needs to be involved in this fight. If not, God forbid that it will overwhelm us.
Yeah.
I had a story to add. When Mr. T said there's now the culture of parents checking their children's bags have reduced and everything, I just remember growing up, I didn't have opportunity to even mistakenly say I wanted to do drugs or anything. But one day, my parents were out, and I'd been thinking about smoking, not actual smoking, but at least to know what's inside there. So they were out. I took a pair of scissors. I cut their bed open. I don't know why I didn't cut my own bed, but I cut their bed open. I stuffed out some of the foam inside. I rolled up paper. I put the foam inside because I'm like, that's one of the cigarettes. And I tried to smoke it. I was coughing for like 15 minutes straight. I couldn't breathe. I could barely think. After that 15 minutes, I tried it again though. But after that, I stopped. That's all.
Confession time.
We all did it. Don't worry, we all did it.
Confession time.
We all did stuff.
Nobody can claim that they're not the sinner in this wise. It's only God that will help us.
The curiosity in every young person, actually, and sometimes it takes God, it takes divine help, sometimes it takes vigilant parenting to stem this thing. And sometimes it's the experience that you get from that thing. If you coughed your lungs out, you don't know that this is not a way for me. And that is just enough to deter some persons from going ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next, Darren.
Okay, our next story. Former Oyo Governor Rashidi Ladoja has been crowned the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land in a colorful ceremony at Mapo Hall. The new monarch earlier received the Akoko leaf and crown before Governor Sheyi Makinde presented him with the staff of office. Dignitaries included the Sultan of Sokoto, the Alaafin of Oyo, and top political figures from across Nigeria. Security was heavy as thousands turned out to celebrate. The Olubadan stool remains unique for its orderly succession system, which makes Ladoja's rise both historic and predictable.
Yeah.
It's also unique for the age of the Olubadan. They're normally very old by the time they get married.
Even Ladoja is 81, I learned.
80.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
That's huge. That's
it's also a
huge.
very good succession tactic because if you, I don't think
Yeah,
you die
then-
soon.
It's about
but
80 years.
Yeah.
It's about 80 years. It's been around forever.
Then it's a good succession tactic.
Wow.
Don't make a young person anything.
Wow,
Just
wow.
old people.
Nobody goes to court. Nobody goes to court to challenge anything there.
Nobody knows who will go.
Funny enough, the Olubadan stool, the line of succession seemed to be the clearest of all the successive lines to
Yes,
the
yes.
stool. There's no hanky panky. There's nothing shrouded in secrecy in it. They know who is next. They know the 50th
Clear.
Olubadan as long as the person is around.
It's around, it's clear.
The succession plan is very straight and very correct and easy to everybody can identify that this is the next person followed by this one, because as at the 40th Olubadan, everybody had been talking about Ladoja or Baladoja getting there as the 44th person. So right now they can tell you the 50th person. But the only problem is they just get there at an age that is not their very active age like other urbans you see
They wait
around.
so much in line. They wait for so long in the line. I have a senior colleague that is a very good friend of ours. He's also on the line, but he's like maybe he's only like 54. No, when will he get there? When will he get there? Is that about 54? It's about 66, 67 now. What 54 is like maybe like 12 years time or whatever.
It's true.
You know. So and
At
some
12 years time, how old will he be then? How old will he be at 12 years time?
Yeah. But it works out one way or the other. Some kings last maybe some 5 years, some 3 years.
So the succession, just to confirm, till the person dies, have you?
Yeah. You'll be online.
You'll be on the throne till
you die. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a tenure system.
No.
Demise. But the design in such a way that by the time you get there, your demise is not that far.
That's what I was saying. That you're
we're thinking about the coronation, not the nation. So we should just focus on the positive one.
So he's almost tenured.
He's tenured.
Loosely tenured.
Oh my God, it's tenured.
I like the fact that the president came, the governors and all that. It was nice. But one maddening situation which Bosun brought to our attention earlier is worrisome. In the midst of the shindig, the
elegant situation,
the panache, the ceremony, the pomp and all that. One cannabis influenced.
You don't know for sure.
allegedly cannabis influenced individual decided to throng that place singing what is meant for
nonsense.
Royalty. Was singing in for what should be sung in a seedy nightclub.
It should be sung nowhere.
No, there are places meant for such things. You know, when you're looking for how to kill madness with madness, it's not at the ceremony of a paramount leader. I mean, ruler. We are celebrating elegance, royalty, Africanhood, culture, tradition.
And he brought in madness.
He brought in madness.
What do they call his name? Taye Currency. Are you sure it's Taye Currency?
Taye Currency is Taye Currency.
He's not correct
Baba
at all.
Honorable. His son is in the house.
Which house?
Oh, really?
He has a son in the House of Assembly in Oyo State.
So it's a young man. Taye Currency, yes, I remember. This was fighting the king of Fuji in Ibadan. And he has
So like how old?
He will be in his 40s.
He's in his 50s. No, he's in his 50s.
No, can't be 40.
He's not a small boy.
He's in his 50s. He's not a small boy. He's not a kid.
Maybe there's some context lost here. Maybe I don't know. I can't think that.
No, so see, let me explain what it is, Damlore. He sings for motor park and garage people, but somehow he seems to have some usefulness for the political class in Ibadan. So they use him for such rallies and everything. So in fact, some people say he's close to the governor. I think by virtue of his son's position as well. So the problem is his choice for such occasion actually came as a result of those he knows in the corridor of power. Because somebody like Wasiu Ayinde is always the ace for that kind of ceremony. And he knows how to serenade the people there. He has some historical perspective to things like that, and he will bring it out well for you. In fact, some people have gone to say, some people have even said that a Said Osupa, who is well grounded in culture, the Yoruba culture and everything, will pull a storm in that kind of occasion, but not a Taye Currency. I think the occasion was above his pay grade. It was beyond his head. He got lost in it. I don't know whatever he has induced him, but his songs have not really been that fantastic or appealing to the corporate or the elite of the society. So when he got there, it was just typical him in a wrong setting. So it's the people who brought him that actually have the blame. As far as he's concerned, he has only done his own thing, which is usual with him. But that kind of person shouldn't have been brought into that setting. In fact, the Oba Ladoja had to come in beyond the talking about using madness to cure madness, which he did for a while. He also started singing some very funny songs, castigating those who had opposed Ladoja from his political days up till now. So the Oba had to come in his speech and say that this is an august occasion and that you don't fight at this kind of level or taunt opposition, that the Oba is the father to everybody. Ladoja had to do a bit of PR to manage the thing. That shows you how much whatever he sang didn't go down well with the crowd. And they took him out on Twitter yesterday. If on social media, generally on X, it was everybody just went on him. But how much he's into such things, maybe the social media, I don't think he even reads or knows what they're saying, and he kind of cares less.
That's another thing.
He kind of cares less about whatever you say. But it was a wrong. It was a round peg. It was a square peg in a round one.
They should lash those who put him there.
The ceremonials, the people in charge of the ceremonials should be dealt with.
I hope he wasn't paid though. He doesn't deserve shishi,
He would have been paid now.
No,
he would have been paid. He would have been paid
before appearance.
They should ask for refund. It's very, very discourteous, very, very ungainly, very, 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 very everything that's negative. No,
that is wrong.
The bad advertisement for Ibadan.
That person has to come in after and try to
to mend fences and all that.
Scorch he had to come back to try and
no. It was like inviting a dog into the palace, And
yes,
supposed to clean the
were there other musicians there?
None that I'm aware. The one we saw was just his own performance was what we saw. It was a short thing. The president was around Dignitaries were there. It was a case of casting your pearls before swine.
Fine. Part of a weekend.
Like you're using English and
Bosun,
decorum.
this is not right, though.
You know,
Allegedly.
The problem with the scenario
It's too late.
it's when something bad, that's what we see more. Maybe there are other musicians there and they played normal. It's the madness that usually will advertise. So especially for correction and all that. I hope it takes it in this right and it grows up and become better. Let's see if we can add one more story.
Okay. The defense headquarters says troops arrested 147 terrorists and other criminals and rescued 39 kidnapped victims in just 1 week of nationwide operations. All theft worth nearly 20 million naira was also foiled, while 16 illegal refineries and multiple storage sites were destroyed in the South. The army confirmed that wanted syndicate members were nabbed in Niger State, stressing that its crackdown on bandits and oil thieves remains relentless.
Yeah, good news. At least we are hearing good news from there, not just them killing and
yes.
But Uncle Fudge, the good news will be a better news if the government can come up with a drastic enforcement position on these bandits. For me, I think they should be killed on sight. Yeah. Because the havoc these people cause. And sometimes some of the people who were for the later release go back and join this thing, come up with more sophisticated approach, and it causes the nation a lot of harm.
Yeah.
If whatever makes you get into banditry or terrorism, they should just in less than 3 months take the person out, and that will help. I know the human rights people will come, but if the human rights people will take time to look at how much havoc these people cause, just let me quickly drop this. Yesterday, I sat down, I was thinking about I saw some news in the course of the week, and I realized that most times when people commit murder and there's a trial, you sentence them to death and you leave them for years. Somehow they get people's sympathy. Meanwhile, people forget what they've done. They've killed somebody, they've destroyed some families, they've killed some breadwinners. And, they now evoke some funny sympathy amongst people. So the earlier you take care of those people, you've taken somebody out, let them take you out. If you can take someone's life, let them be life for life. Let's go like that. You see some sanity in the system.
Yeah, and the VP was at the United Nations advocating against Israel and talking about terrorism there. And people came at him on, the social media that you haven't resolved one at home.
You want in your backyard. He forgot.
He forgot, yeah.
They
forgot.
We the issue about people taking lives and forgetting about consequence and all that. They need speedy. You lawyers. I don't know. Are you people? I mean, we often blame lawyers. All this your adjournment, motion, interim this, procedural this, and all that.
Uncle Fight, sorry, quickly. I'm talking about concluded cases. This idea of governor signing death warrant, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm talking concluded cases now. Okay, the governor still needs to sign. And you have a lot of them in there eating government food, wasting government money. Somebody who has destroyed. So for every person that is killed, do you know the chaos that you put the entire family into? There's one that is trending now. Some agent in Bayelsa that was killed by a friend. The wife, the children, you have messed them up. Then you now try the guy, you find him guilty, and you leave him for years. And some people will come and say they're amnesty, don't kill life for life. The people, for every man who dies, you have changed the trajectory of that family.
You have.
You're right.
Everything destroyed.
And the I don't know whether they have a bout of conscience or I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the governors. Suddenly you develop the cold feet and you don't want to sign the death warrant.
They don't want to
That
be
so that
seen
when
as
you say,
murderers.
are you the one murdering them?
It's just a
Justice,
dumb outlook to things.
you
It's,
know,
it
I think
becomes
the whole idea is I don't want
what's the
anybody's
moralism?
blood to
Blood
be in
on
my
my
hand.
hand.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what
Nonsense.
they are. That's the reason
no,
why. And they shy
you are
away from
holding
it.
you are holding pen and biro. And you don't have no blood in your hand. Has this justice been served? Has this been thoroughly checked? Has the appeal been exhausted? Let everything be done clear and clear. I mean, there could be an unfortunate situation where somebody innocent will happen. But if you close your eye for one innocent, a lot of damage will be done. You know, because these people have no. It is when they are deemed. I mean, there's some ridiculous. For instance, one of the stories we'll have read. We don't have the time. One young man killed his parents, male and female, grandparents rather. Over what? Over food. Food that you did not work for. You did not cook. You know, maybe it wasn't enough, or it wasn't what the portion he wanted. You end up killing them, beginning anger, and then they will now jail you. They will now amnesty now say you should have yeah. Anyway,
Fine. Quickly, my late dad used to say, see, for me, even if you are innocent, the kind of innocence that brought you to a place of murder is a tainted innocence. My dad would say, "Eyo tí ò rìn muta muta, wọ́n muta." The kind of waka you waka,
that's a
the
powerful
kind of
statement.
waka you waka into murder is a suspected. So for me,
You know,
the
it's
governor should
fine.
step up.
Okay,
that's deep.
okay. You lost Moyo there. Moyo there. She was wondering what was that.
I'm Yoruba.
Whatever. So it's more like onomatopoeia. It's the sound of the day. If you don't walk carelessly, you won't be car. You won't be car. English cannot help. I don't know.
At all.
English can't
From the
help.
sound, I feel like I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
You can only have an idea. You know, it's an idea, yeah? Yeah.
I would have loved us to talk about Japan scrapping African exchange program. They say it's causing confusion. People are they thought. I mean, it sparked fears of mass immigration. It was meant to foster cultural ties with 4 African nations, including Nigeria, and but our people. They said anxious citizens flooded participating cities with complaints, believing it was a new visa scheme. You know, and the president.
Oh my God.
Akihiko Tanaka admitted that misunderstanding is causing confusion, so that it doesn't cause wahala. And
That
they
thing
can
was
be okay.
poorly handled, though. Communication problem, oh.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Really
And
bad.
God just saved them. Nigerians will have flooded that place with all kinds of requests. Okay, gentlemen, I don't know how it is. I don't know how it happened, but time is gone, and we got to take our leave. It's great to have. I mean, I can. We can't see Akindamola this morning because somewhere at Regal Hall, Daystar Christian Center. They'll be today is the final day burial ceremony of his dad. It's 9 years old. I mean, it's 89. I think 86 rather. 86-year-old Pa Oyewole Abraham Adeboye, who's going to be with the Lord. So that's going to be chop and. I was going to say chop and quench.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
How many kilograms of rice? To call it about
all the road today. So we wish you all the best at the ceremony, and everybody will go back safely and all that.
Amen. Amen to that.
So thank you, gentlemen. Please quickly say your final words today. Let's start with Alex, the man from the many years ago.
Yeah, it's been great. I've had a nice time, and let's do it again next week. Meanwhile, stay safe wherever you are.
Amen. Bosun, please.
Let's keep hope alive. We'll still get the Nigeria of our dreams.
Mhm.
Amen.
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 The team,
Amen.
the team of
Mhm.
Nigeria 65th independence.
Mhm.
All hands on deck to keep hope alive. Good luck to you
Alive.
now.
Yeah.
Moyo, final words.
Nothing. Just try to be kind to everyone. I'm sorry I stole your line. Just be kind to everyone and try to have a good week ahead.
Yeah.
Great, great. And
Yeah.
finally, the big masquerade Nigeria's colleague, Tokunbo.
Let me just say this. If you are alive today and you were there when Nigeria was one, you should thank God. Thanksgiving is all
Amen.
you need. And you look
That's
forward
it.
to a better country.
That's
Take care.
it. That's it. Yes. It is not about when Nigeria became one, it's about when Nigeria became 65. I like that. I like that style. So I wish you from this end, be genuinely nice to people around you every day and do good as best as you can afford it. So stay blessed. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week by His grace.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Stop the
Bye.
live. Stop the live. Have you stopped this?
Yes.
Thank you. You haven't stopped the live.
I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.